Welcome back to Valley News Live. We're taking a look here in Fargo where we've seen more and more clouds move into our area. It's dark now, but you're just going to have to take my word for that. Now we're looking at temperatures, and this says clear skies, but we'll call them partly cloudy for now. And the temperature's at 34 degrees, and that wind blowing out of the south at 9 miles an hour is making it feel like 27 degrees. And across the river in Moorhead, it's a little bit warmer over there, 37 degrees. And taking a look at our temperatures, we're showing most folks sitting in the 30s, quite a wide spread there. Hallock up on the border is at 34 degrees, and Sisseton down south is at 54 degrees. So still holding on to those 50s, and that temperature has actually increased a little bit as that sun has set. And in Lakes Country, we're seeing most folks sitting right around 40 degrees. And here are those clouds like I was talking about. We're seeing more and more. It looks like we do have a nice break here in Fargo. Most of them have drifted off to the south, while we have another thicker area up in the northern valley, as well as those clouds south in Lakes Country. Now, things are pretty calm here, but I am watching this system down in Texas, which could cause issues for folks trying to get home from this extended weekend. So I'll have a little bit more on that in just a little bit, but first let's take a look at what's going on here. So we'll keep these mild temperatures overnight, and these clouds will actually help us stay warm as they act as a little bit of a blanket, trying to keep that heat in overnight. Now, by morning, we'll see temperatures right around 30 degrees. Some folks will be a little cooler, like here in Fargo, we'll be at 27 degrees, and most will see temperatures actually above 30. Park River at 36, and Sisseton still at 37 degrees. Now, as we move toward your lunch hour, we'll see more and more of those clouds moving in, and pretty gusty winds out west. Those green arrows are sustained winds of about 20 to 30 miles per hour, but we could see some gusts of greater than 30 miles an hour at times as well. Now, as we move toward your dinner hour, about 5:30, here we are, we'll see temperatures pretty much right in the mid-30s. The Sisseton still holding on to that warm spot at 40 degrees. And after that sun sets, we'll see some of those winds back off just a little bit. And by about 9 o'clock, we'll start to see some of those 20s pop up on the board. And we'll see some folks in Devil's Lake Basin start to see some clear skies as these clouds continue to make their way south, and more of that sky will be visible overnight. Now, here is a look at these storms. Here we are about Saturday at midnight, so coming up in just a couple hours. Now, these storms are going to impact the Dallas-Fort Worth area in the early morning on Saturday, which could cause issues for flights there. And by the time we get to Sunday, we could see some issues in Chicago, which is a big hub, as well as Atlanta, which is a big hub, that could cause some flights to be delayed. And folks trying to milk as much of that long weekend as possible could see some issues for those in coming from the East Coast as those storms make their way up into the Northeast. Now, here in Fargo, we'll start at about 27 degrees and work our way up to about 37. That's similar across the valley, on and off clouds. And we have another Thanksgiving survivor here from Bruce. Thank you all for those photos. And we'll see those 30s stick around for the next couple of days before we see some snow on Monday and Tuesday, which leads to some chilly temperatures, 7 degrees as we wake up on Thursday.
That'd be a bit of a change for sure. We've had a nice stretch, though. It's been fairly dry. It's been fairly mild.
And pretty calm, yeah.
Yeah.